Hi, this is Franklin Allaire, State Director for the Hawaii State Science Olympiad, and I want to welcome you to part 4 of our basic training series. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the online resources that are out there to help you and your students prepare for competition in Science Olympiad. There's lots of stuff out there, so we're going to take a quick look at about 4 different sites that are out there. So let me share those with you right now. We're going to start out by looking at our state website, which is www.hsso.org. We're then going to take a look at the National Science Olympiad website, which is www.soinc.org. We'll take a quick look at the Science Olympiad Student Center. That's www.scioli.org. That's a bulletin board style website where students and teachers can post questions and get information about various things. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at YouTube. Of course, www.youtube.com, which is a fantastic resource, surprisingly, for Science Olympiad ideas and information. And of course, we want to encourage you to get connected with us. We do have a Facebook page, so you and your students can like us on Facebook, and that's www.facebook.com/HiSciOlympiad. So we're going to kick things off, and we're going to take a look at our website first. So we're going to go out to the our state website here. This is our state website. You can take a look here, www.hsso.org. And we're not going to spend a lot of time here, about 2 or 3 minutes on each website. But if you look here, we have a couple of links that I think are worth sharing with you. Up at the top of the page, we've got some pull-down menus, starting with what is Science Olympiad, special information for coaches, students, and then some information about Science Olympiad tournaments. So very quickly here, let's look at coaches. Some information that you might find helpful is things like the New Coaches Handbook, and you can watch the video that we created especially for the New Coaches Handbook. We also have a PDF file of Coaching 101. Again, you can find videos regarding Coaching 101 on this website as well as at youtube.com. We have information about both the Division B and Division C events, a frequently asked questions section, forms, information about standards, policies, videos, and some professional development opportunities. So I just want to direct you very quickly to this policy section here. I know you hate to start with policies and forms and things like that, but one of the things that we really encourage coaches to do is to familiarize themselves with policies and of course share these policies with their students. So we have things regarding arbitration. We talked about the appeals form in a previous video. We also have things regarding building policy, code of ethics, interference, eye protection, our multiple teams policy, small schools team qualification policy, and so on. You can see here that we've got these colored dots, and that means that these policies have been updated recently. So please do go online and take a look at these policies, and please make sure that you share these policies with your students and parents and any other coaches. Now, if I go to the tournaments link, you will find information about various tournaments. So for instance, if I was to click on the Hawaii Island Regional Tournament, waiting for this to load up right now, we see here that we have our tournament here. Actually, this needs to be updated. We do have a tournament date, but you will see the location for the tournament. This particular tournament is at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. You can see the events that will be run at this particular tournament for both Division B and Division C. And probably one of the most important things for coaches and students, especially if you have questions about a tournament, is we have the name and contact information for that particular regional director. So if you have any questions about this particular regional tournament, you would email this person at hsso Hawaii Regional Director at gmail.com. And you can find similar information for any of the regional tournaments and of course our statewide tournament as well. So that is a very, very quick tour of our website here, our state website. And so let me go ahead back and let's take now a look at the national website, which is www.soinc.org. scienceolympiad.org. Here is the National Science Olympiad website, which has recently been redesigned, and it is a fantastic website chock full of Science Olympiad goodness. You see we have a special section just for teachers and coaches, a special section for parents and for students, but perhaps one of the most important sections here is this tab here, Event Information. And when you click on it, when you put your cursor on Event Information, you get all of these choices. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Division B events, and that's going to take me to a page with a listing of all of the Division B events. So let's say, in Coaching 101, we talk about how you can't be an expert at everything. So let's say you have students that are interested in doing disease detectives, but you don't know a whole lot about disease detectives. Well, this is one of the places you can send your students to. And when they click on Disease Detectives, not only will they get some basic information about the event, there are also links in this case to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC. There is the link, shameless commerce here, links to a CD for biology and earth science, and then specifically for disease detectives. But then you can see here there are lots of resources that both you and your students can use. Training PowerPoints, information from past events, training handouts, even sample exercises, links again to the CDC, various resources at the CDC, and you can see here just for disease detectives, probably about 24 or so events specifically geared towards this particular event, as well as some glossaries and some dictionaries that I think students would find very, very helpful. Now these do get updated very frequently, so again, if you click on Event Info, and you can pretty much go to any event. I'll click on Division C now, and let's click on a different one. For instance, Elastic Launched Glider. You can see that different events may not have as many resources, but there are some resources online for students to get to, again, and that is through the Event Info link. Let's go back and now take a look at the Science Olympiad Student Center, which is www.scioli.org. And this is an independent bulletin board style website. You can see here that it's set up here. We've got test exchanges, they got image galleries, they have forums for different things. So if I click on forums, we can go in and we can look at things for different events. So I'm going to click, for instance, on Build Events, because that is an event that students sometimes have questions about. And you can take a look at particular build events. So let's say Boomaliever. We've switched out this year from towers to Boomalievers, and you can take a look at some of the posts that are here that people have put about this particular site. So this is independent, this is student driven, and I will be very honest, students do not hold back from the kinds of things that they put. It's even been rumored that student comments have led to several businesses being put out of business because of negative comments regarding certain materials. So this is a really great site for folks to go to, for students and teachers to go to get some information about different events. The last site that I want to take you to for today is YouTube. I think a lot of people are familiar with YouTube. It's a great place to go to for different videos. And if you type in Science Olympiad, here we go, here's YouTube right now. And if I type in Science Olympiad, you can see that a lot of things come up here in the helper menu. So I'm just going to click on this first link for Science Olympiad, and you can see here that over 3,000 results come up just by typing in Science Olympiad. Now, of course, you can filter this to look at some different things, and you can there's our Science Olympiad is awesome video, some highlights from a national tournament, so your students may wonder what a tournament looks like. We've got here Science Olympiad team meets the president. I think that's fantastic. as well as some videos of students doing things from New Jersey, from other states, including Hawaii is on here, as well as how to do certain events. So in this case, this is an event called Scrambler, and this apparently is a video that students put to show others how their scrambler brake mechanism works up close. And that's one of the really neat things about Science Olympiad. You know, you get some science competitions where the students really hold on to their information and they don't want to share it out. Science Olympiad is actually the exact opposite. Students and teachers are looking to share this information, and YouTube has become a really great mechanism to do that. So for instance, if I type in I want to go to a specific event like a Science Olympiad Boom-A-Lever. Here we go. We have 11 different results, and we have several videos which show you some different Boom-A-Levers being tested, including a Boom-A-Lever from the 2008 National Science Olympiad Tournament. So you can get lots of hints, lots of tips, and this is a great resource for your students to go to if they're looking for something visual to help them get started or to improve in a particular event. So just to wrap up, we've had a 4-part basic training series, and so I just want to kind of finish up with a couple of thoughts. Again, when you register your team, you're going to get a rules manual that looks like this. And rule number 1, 5 important things for you to do is to read the events carefully. Thing number 2, read the events again. Some of the most common questions that we get have to do with some of the basics of events. So please make sure that both you and your students are reading over the events very, very carefully. Please go online and take a look at the HSSO policies, and please keep up to date on those policies. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always email us. And that gets into our 4th important point, and that is don't be afraid to ask questions. I like to tell my students that the only stupid question is the one that people don't ask. And odds are that if you have a question, there are a lot of other people out there thinking the exact same thing. Our website, hsso.org, has a FAQ section. So does the national website. They have an FAQ question. Do not be afraid to email us at hisciolympiad.org. Do not be afraid to email a regional tournament director to ask questions about their tournament. And last but certainly not least, and we've mentioned this in all of these presentations, is that we want to encourage you to get connected. So visit our website, hsso.org. Email us anytime at hisciolympiad@gmail.com. And of course, you can always like us on Facebook, and that's facebook.com/hisciolympiad, where you and your students can post questions, can comment on things, and we will be posting up hints and tips and answers to frequently asked questions, as well as various grant and scholarship opportunities for both you and your students. So thank you so much for tuning in to our 4-part basic training series. If you have any questions, again, email us anytime. And until I see you again, aloha.